Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel Planning for Reality. Welcome to my March monthly sinking fund overview. Thank you for joining me in this video. I do apologize. I think I'm coming down with some kind of cold or flu. My throat isn't very clear. I hope you will be able to understand me and hear me okay. So this month, March, was wild. It was crazy. There was so much going on, so many expenses, unexpected, expected. So a lot of our funds got a hit. In saying that, I did stay consistent with stuffing as much as I could when I could. And so I'm excited to see how our month actually ended. I have pre-filled in the beginning of the month amounts. It is the end of the month prior, so February ending. And I did change the order of my funds around because I changed them around in my binders. If you didn't already check out my cash condensing video, go ahead and check that out. I've also got that uploaded this month too. So let's jump straight into it. So the video doesn't end up being very long. And we'll go into our blue binder, which is our high priority sinking funds. That's what I'm gonna call it from now on. So we jump straight into that. And we're starting with emergency. So I've wiped off every single tracker in all of my binders, apart from, I believe, the challenges, but we'll talk about it once I get to them. I just want to make sure you can see everything. Just push these back. And I've got my calculator here in case I need it. And so emergency has $1,000 placeholder. I created these placeholders myself, and I took out the cash to the bank. So it still sits at 1,000. But I do plan on starting to add to that in the coming months. What is happening here? We're already starting off rough. Okay, things have been really crazy here. I haven't had much time on my hands. So this one doesn't have any difference. But as long as everyone is healthy and safe, that's the important thing. And I hope everyone has been doing well on your end. Savings has 1,100. So much quicker to count with the placeholders. So 1,100 minus the 700 we started with, we've added 400 this month. Okay, 1 month ahead has 1,000, 20, 40, 60, 1,060. And I will go ahead and fill in the trackers before my stuffing for the month. So 1,060, and we started with 920. So we've added 140. Extra debt, excuse me, has 1, 2, 20, 40, 60. So 260, and we started with 160. So that's $100 difference. Build a Buffer is the Build a Buffer challenge from Caracash. I did wipe everything off this buffer and refill it in to complete the $15 first. So the higher amounts. And now it sits at 125. And I got the amount for the beginning of the month by going back and watching my last month's video to make sure I've got the correct amounts. So 125 takes 65 is, we've added 60, a positive 60. Now car maintenance and everything car, we did take out $1,000 this month for car registration. So now we've got 1,250. So this one is definitely going to be a negative amount. So 1,050 is what we started with, and we are ending with 250. So that's minus 800. $330 is what we started with medical and dental, and now it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 40, 440. And I moved these envelopes into this binder, the car and medical, and you will see next to back to school, because I'm making these our high priority sinking funds because of the upcoming changes into our budget. So we've added 110 into medical this month. Back to school started with 1,340. We've put 1,000 in the bank. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 80. 1,380 in our back to school for 2024. And so we've added $40 this month. I'll do the totals at the end. And then this one here is our digital sinking funds that we started doing in March. I added it at the bottom. And this month I was able to add $700 to our digital sinking funds. And so that's a positive 700. And that is the blue binder done. We'll move along into the black binder now, which is our events binder. So that's what I'm going to call that from now on. And we're starting with the Christmas fund. And in my last video, I showed that I changed each icon amount to 20 instead of 25. And so now it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 500. And we did start last month with 375. So let's see how much we were able to put in this month. We added 125. Events and gifts. I had a few events this month, well in March, and so some money came out of this envelope, and now it's got 1, 20, 40, 60, 160 left to start April. So 160, and we did start with 260, so that's a minus $100 difference. Special occasions. Now this one's probably going to get spent, definitely going to get spent this month for Easter. And we started with 190, and now we're ending with 51, 52, 20. So we're ending with 220, and that means we've added 30. Now with the baby milestones, they're all exactly the same. We started with 110, and we are ending with 150 for each baby. So I'll go ahead and write that in, and I don't need to count it for all of them. They're all exactly the same. So B1, B2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'll just close that, put it to the side, and we will do the math for that. So they each have 150, and starting with 110, that's a positive $40 difference for each. Okay, finally, the tan binder. And this one is now called our short-term sinking funds or low priority. And we're starting with school expenses. We had school photos this month, so that's why this one got a hit. And we are ending with 25.30 after starting with 110. So ending with 30, that means we're sitting at minus 80. Self-care, some did come out of here, but not a lot. We started with 165 and we're ending with 120.40, 140. And we do have a few appointments coming up for self-care. So that will also go down a bit, and that's a difference of minus 25. Clothes, we started with 190 and we're ending with 250, 70, 80. 280. So that's a difference of $90, a positive difference, which is good. Household, it only has the $100 bill in there. And I've been working on some small house projects. That's why that one has gone down. And so that's a difference of minus 80. Fun and holidays. School holidays is coming up for us. So some of this will get spent. But we did start with 180, and we're ending with 152, 20, 40, 60, 80. 280. And so that's a positive $100 difference. Miscellaneous, we are ending with 100. And we started with 85, so that's a positive $15 difference. The washer and dryer, we started last month with 80 and we are ending with 0. And that is because I purchased the dryer, which I am so grateful for. It is completely worth it. The date night challenge is only got 10, and we did start last month with 0. So that's a positive 10 there. And finally, P.O. Box has only $50, and that's because I paid the annual post box fee. And so that one has a negative difference of 155. And that is all of them done. We don't count give in our overview. So let's do the math on this and see where we are this month, or how we ended March. So we started with 1,700. $5,565 in our high priority. We are ending with, do the math, $5,615. So that's a difference of, we will find out in a sec. $50, which is better than nothing. So any increase is better than a negative, even with all of that spending, which is amazing. So if that 800 didn't come out, this would have been a positive 850. Okay, so we'll move along to the next binder, which is the events binder. Let's see what we started with. We started with 1,375. we are ending with $1,630, which leaves us with a difference of, sorry, I better start that again. My brain has been all over the place. I have a million things going on. I'm just trying to get through everything. Everything's just been so crazy. I don't know what's going on in the world. Positive 255, which is fantastic. So that is good to see. Then we are going ahead with the low priority binder. We started with 1,195 and we are ending with $990, which I believe this one is a negative. How come it's not letting me do the negative? Oh, there we go. Minus 210, which is okay. It's not a huge amount to see a difference in. So let's now, and the digital sinking funds, we had a positive 700. So let's add up these totals and see where we are at. I'll probably speed up this part. So we started the month with an overall total of 8,135. We are ending with 8,935. Wow. With all that spending and all that chaos, I had hit a car and had to pay car excess to the insurance company. We paid our rego for the year, our PO box, the kids got their school photos. We've been to a few events. I purchased a dryer. I don't know if I mentioned we did the PO box for the year as well. And we still increased our overall total by $795. That is amazing. I didn't think that this would be the outcome. I actually thought that it would be much less, maybe negative, which is amazing. This is amazing. The system really works. And I'm really blessed to be a part of this community and have learnt about this. And I hope you are learning too, and this is working for you. I want to thank you all for joining me in this video. Thank you for those that have been subscribing and commenting and showing your support. I really appreciate it. It motivates me. Although I've had small chunks of time throughout the month to make these videos, I'm always so excited to make them. I'm even prepared to stay up late and do them sometimes. They're so much fun. They keep me accountable. And yeah, so thank you again. I hope you all have a lovely week, and I will see you in my next video, which will be my first cash stuffing for April. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.